So today I'm going to do a review on the Swarm Space GPS tracking device. So this is the device here. It's a GPS tracking unit, but it actually sends the data using satellite data connection. So every GPS tracking unit uses the satellite, but this device is sending it through the mobile internet that's connected to satellite. So this is a standard sort of GPS tracking unit, but uses your 4G networks. That's just your usual network that's available in most countries. But when you're outside of range, this device actually won't work. And so, whereas this device will work anywhere in the world, it will work, which is pretty amazing. So I just ordered it directly from their website. Sooner after I ordered it, it's no longer available on their website. So for whatever reason, I might have one of the last devices that's around. I'm sure they're coming out with a new model or something like that. But this is perfect for us to sort of test and see how it actually works. So when it comes in the box, it doesn't have the aerial installed, and so I just screwed it on. It's fairly straightforward. So you can just take it off and put it on. And obviously this needs to have some sort of line of sight to a satellite to be able to get a connection. So I imagine this device will only work outdoors, but we'll test that. When you open up the unit, so I just took the screws off, you've got some lithium-ion batteries there, and these are actually rechargeable. There's actually a rechargeable port there, and I can actually do some configuration there by the looks of it, not that I know how to configure it. There's a simple on and off button there. When you press that, you will see it will start to flash, and there's a light there that's saying there's red. I imagine once it starts hitting a satellite connection, it probably changes color. So it's just gone green, and yeah, it's flashing there. So it's probably trying to get a connection right now, which is kind of cool. So this device would be perfect for any business that's trying to track an asset that is out of range. So you imagine if you're traveling on like you had a container that was moving from one part of the world to another, this would be perfect to give you updates as to where that device or that container actually is. Now the disadvantage in using a device like this is this can only send right now very small amounts of data, and it's only sending that data probably a couple times throughout the day. So it's fairly limited in the amount of traffic that can actually be sent. When you go onto the Swarm website, they do have a portal. And when you go to the portal here, it's fairly simple in actually getting it all set up. On the back of the unit, you've got your QR code. You scan that and you register that device. As soon as you register that device, it will cost you $5 US a month, and that will be for the data that's associated with this particular unit. And then what will happen is once it's actually reached a signal connection, then it will be seen on the map. Now this device is only configured, I believe, to only send a GPS unit, a few times a day, so I don't have a record of it just yet. But yeah, you'll be able to see it directly on this map here when it does become available. So this, I think, is really interesting. It's new technology. It's definitely something that's going to build the future, particularly where there isn't internet coverage today, and where everyone can have internet access, and particularly for people that are wanting to track those assets that are outside. This device will work seamlessly with Locate2U. They have a full API, and so we can pull that data and see that inside of the Locate2U system, which is really nice. So it's really easy for any system to be able to connect in with it using their web services API. Right now, available on their website, they've got 2 devices, and so you can just go on to their buy now. 2 different devices. One is a modem. This is going to require you to have someone that's actually going to build an actual unit around it. That's just the modem. It doesn't have the power or anything like that. And they've got an evaluation kit, which is $449, so it's a lot more expensive. That's probably more designed for if you're, it's got a solar power, so it's probably for something outdoors that doesn't have power attached to it. But yeah, really interesting. I'm going to play around with this. I'm going to put this outside, see how this actually works, and test how often the data is actually sending through that GPS data. So yeah, definitely, mobile internet that's going to run through satellites, I think, is actually going to be the future of internet. But time will tell as the technology catches up, and we'll see what SpaceX and many of these other companies are actually doing out there in the world of satellite internet.